All right, guys, I'm back. Free NFL bets. I'm super excited. I have the team futures. I finally just finished them all. I went through every single team. This is like hard work that's going back since May, since right after the NFL draft. So I've been studying all these teams day in, night out. I'm super pumped, feel super confident about four teams' futures season win totals. Today we'll be doing the Green Bay Packers, and I'll kind of give you a glimpse of how I look at this thing and all the different metrics and things I take into account that make me feel confident enough to pull the trigger. I had a lot of leans for a lot of other teams that I feel six times out of 10 those would win. So if sure, 60% you want to bet those, but I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it very precise. A lot of very favorable matchups uh, and lines that I just like. I think these are easy money winners. I think come December, January, you'll be very happy with these. I don't think the lines have moved since I officially bet them on Tuesday, so a couple of days ago. So yeah, I'm really pumped to get this stuff out. So let's just jump right into it. So the first one is the Green Bay Packers. Their over under season total wins is 10.5. I'll give my pick at the end. I'll kind of go through what I think about the team in general, the matchup. So basically, what I look for when it comes to this stuff is four major things. And those four major things are number one, player leadership. Number two, the expectation for the team. Number three, their belief in the coaching. And number four, team continuity. Now, I have 16 total things, but those are the four main things that I look at from a broad overlook, a general overlook of the team. Those four things kind of make me feel like, hey, this is the subconscious, this is the pulse of the team. Teams, NFL teams, really move under those four things. You have to have great player leadership. You have to have an expectation from the team going into that season, high expectations, and you have to believe in your coaching. Because if you don't believe in your coaching, players are going to start trying to do their own things and everything. And number 13, team continuity. Have these players played together before? And have they done it together for a couple of years? So those are the four major things that I look at from a broad overlook standpoint. Now, of course, there's scheduling matchups, scheduling advantages in the NFL season, and that's where I go into next. So there's a couple of uh, terminologies that I use. So I'll just get right into it. So a plus matchup is, hey, no doubt they're going to win this 99% of the time. Not even worried about it. A strong lean is obviously a strong lean. Feel very great about it. A good lean is in between a lean and a strong lean. It's a good lean. I feel pretty good about it. A lean is basically just a slight lean. So those are the four things basically where I feel confident in a team, right? So plus advantage, strong lean advantage, good lean advantage, and a lean advantage, slight lean. Okay, after that, I have a toss up where I'm just, I don't know who's going to win that game. I really don't have a lean. I really don't have a say. I think it's just a pure toss up at that point. Maybe a slight lean one way or the other, but really, it could go either way. The next is maybe. So if I think they're going to lose, pretty much I put a maybe there. I still give them a puncher's chance. I think maybe they could pull it off, but I really don't feel good about it. And in no way is just no way. I don't see them winning that at all. So yeah, that's kind of my terminology that I use. And then I use an SSA for strong schedule advantage and a BSS for bad scheduling spot. So those are the terminologies that I'll be using in this. So let's get right to it. So Green Bay Packers, I'll just go through the schedule. At New Orleans, I put this a lean initially. Now with the news that New Orleans is not going to be able to play in New Orleans, because of Hurricane Ida or Ida. I think it's Ida. So they're playing the game at Jacksonville on grass, not in a dome. Jameis Winston's first start for the Saints. I love it. I love the Packers in that spot. I have that more of as towards probably a good lean, maybe even a strong lean. Detroit, then they come back home Monday Night Football. Detroit, that's a plus advantage. Love that. Uh, Kind of a look ahead spot though, but it's still Monday night home opener Lambeau. They're going to come out ready for it, so I don't think they're going to be looking ahead to their Week 3 matchup, which is at San Francisco, and I put that as a toss up. So yeah, San Francisco's a toss up. Then they're at home back again for Pittsburgh. Great game. I'm a Steelers fan. I put it as a toss up. I'm really high on the Steelers this year. Put my bias aside, I'm really high on the Steelers this year. So I gave that a toss up. At Cincinnati, I put that just a lean, just a slight lean, a little bit of a lean. I think Cincinnati, at home, a big spot for them, rise up to the challenge. That could be a scary game for Green Bay. Then they go at Chicago. Again, these are all Sunday games after the Monday Night Detroit game. I feel really good about them beating Chicago this year. No concerns. I have that a good lean. Then they play at home. They come back home after that 2-game road trip against Washington. This is a bad scheduling spot. That's why I only have this as a lean. And Washington has a pretty good defense. They could lose that game. One, because they play at Arizona Thursday night. Okay, anybody that knows NFL and betting the NFL, if a team is playing on Thursday night the week ahead of their Sunday game, that's just a really, really bad spot. Okay, it's a quick turnaround. The team that's playing that team, I think, has a huge advantage. I really do. If you remember last year, they played San Francisco Thursday night. The week before, they lost at home to Minnesota. So that's not a good scheduling spot. I got the game at Arizona as a toss-up. I think it's going to be a shootout. And then after Arizona, they go at Kansas City. Now, that's kind of a scheduling advantage because you get an extra couple days to prepare. The coaching staff does to prepare for Kansas City. And the players get a little bit of time off to rest and recover. And it's the State Farm Bowl. Everyone, this was the Super Bowl a lot of people wanted to see last season. So, State Farm Aaron Rodgers against State Farm Patrick Mahomes. So that'll be one of the biggest games of the year for the NFL. And then after Kansas City, I got that as a toss-up at Kansas City. Then they're at home against Seattle. Then they're at Minnesota. Then they play the Rams at home. So I got a strong scheduling advantage there. They have the bye week after that game. And anybody that knows the NFL, players really sell out because they know they have a week off the week ahead. So they're going to sell out for that game. I have that as a lean. I have Seattle as a lean and Minnesota as a lean. Then they come back and their schedule is 3 games against the division, 2 against the AFC North. At home, Sunday Night Football against the Bears. And I have that as a strong lean for the Packers at home, Sunday Night Football. Then they play at Baltimore. Then they play at home against Cleveland. I have both those games kind of a toss-up for both of them. Then I have a strong lean. They play Minnesota at home. And then I have a plus advantage for at Detroit Week 18. So the biggest thing for Green Bay that I love is obviously their roster. The continuity's there. Love it. The coaching. There's this whole rift between Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur apparently. I don't really think so. I think Aaron Rodgers, after last season, I think he really trusts Matt LaFleur. And during preseason and training camp, they seem to have a really good bond right now. And Aaron Rodgers' Instagram, he had like his arm around Matt LaFleur, and he said, "Oh, we don't get along, ha ha ha," so something like that. And so, yeah, I think they believe in the coaching. Mike Pettin, I don't know the defense coordinator, but that defense, they can play well at times. Not great, but still a good spot nonetheless. The division is pretty soft. That's one of the biggest pluses here. And then obviously Lambeau Field That's a huge advantage for the Packers, always has been. Teams going in there, especially late in the season, it's a big advantage for the Packers. So those are kind of things I got going for the Packers. And the things that I'm worried about, David Bakhtiari is out, the left tackle for them for 6 weeks, I think, on IR. But they'll move Elton Jenkins to left tackle. He's really good too. So it's really not a huge concern. Just kind of weakens the overall offensive line. But I'm not too concerned about that. And the run defense, of course, is concerning. And just the defense in general can be a little lackadaisical and undisciplined under Mike Pettin. So there's always that. So there could be shootouts that they lose that, you kind of think that they're going to win that game. But with all that said, I lean the Packers to win a lot of games. I mean, there's only a couple where I don't think they're going to win. They've won 13 games the last 2 seasons under the same coaching staff. Now you're adding in an extra game this year because it's a 18-week schedule, 17-game season. 10.5. I just think that line's way too low. I mean, I think worst case is that they win 11. Maybe even worst case, they only win 12 games and they lose 5. I mean, for this bet not to win, the Packers would have to go 10-7. I just don't see how they lose 7 games. I really don't. I mean, I don't see it. 10-7, no way, no way. Worst case, I see 11-6. For all those reasons, the motivation's there. Aaron Rodgers is angry. He's going to be focused. He wants to prove everybody wrong. He wants to show that he still can play at a high level. He has a chip on his shoulder. He put the chip on his shoulder this season. Basically, didn't even have to do it, but he did it. And so, yeah, I mean, I think this one's easy money. I got 2 units on this one. This is a 2-unit play, minus 120 juice. It's at 10.5 at basically every book. Last time I checked 2 days ago, should still be there. So yeah, rest assured, guys, this should hit. This should cash pretty easily. Might even cash in December. So yep, that's the final play. Green Bay season total wins over 10.5. Over 10.5 total wins for the Green Bay Packers. Guys, thanks for listening. The channel's kind of popping off a little bit. There's been around like 100 downloads the first 3 videos that I put out so far, which is really encouraging. Share this stuff with your friends, please. Share it. This is free money. I'm really good at this stuff. You're going to win a lot of money. Staying disciplined, betting 3% of your bankroll on every one of my plays and not playing anybody else. You're going to win some money. So please tell your friends, tell your family they want to win some extra money. This is going to help you. So yeah, please spread the word, like, subscribe, download podcasts, all that stuff. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Follow me on all of it. Free NFL bets. So yep, that's it, guys. Free NFL bets. See you on the next episode.